Hello guys, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to see how we can use a WSL along with the CLion. Now, in my case, when I install CLion, if I go to the file settings, and I initially use Visual Studio as a compiler along with the CLion. But there is one problem using Visual Studio as a compiler with CLion is whenever I wanted to upgrade a new version of C++, it's rather inconvenient for me to install a new version of Visual Studio. So instead, what we can do is we can use a WSL as another tool chain here, and because it's a Linux terminal, getting new C++ version is very convenient. You can just run the command, and it's just a command base. Getting a new C++ version is very easy. So there are two steps required. First thing, you need to get WSL on your machine, and the second thing is you need to make sure that from your C line you are able to connect to the WSL with SSH. Okay, so we will just do the step number one, getting WSL on your window machine. So there are some prerequisite. The first thing is make sure on your window box, if you go to the search and search for the window feature, now make sure that your Windows subsystem for Linux is enabled. If it is disabled, you can check this box and click on OK. The second thing you need is virtualization in the task manager. It should be enabled. So you can run your task manager and make sure your virtualization is enabled here. As you see in the performance tab under the task manager, virtualization should be enabled. Now, once both the settings are done, you can launch your Microsoft App Store, and you search for Ubuntu. And once you see this prompt, you can click on install here, and your installation for WSL would be started. Now, once this installation for this Ubuntu WSL is done, you can go to the search menu and type for Ubuntu, and then you would see this menu. Then once you click here, you would see that you can launch your WSL Ubuntu terminal like this. Now we have completed step number one, and in step number two, we wanted to connect to this WSL from CLion. So what we can do is we can launch PowerShell. We make sure that uh, this current settings are enabled. So you can use a sudo along and this path etc ssh and sshd config. Oh, sorry, I put so you can use sudo vi and make sure that password authentication is marked as S. It should be no initially. You can make it S, and in the first line you can put this four values. You can put any port of your choice. I have used 2222, and you can put any port of yours and you save this. Once you've done these changes, what you can do is you can do a restart. You have to do a restart SSH service. Now, another change what you need is you need to make sure that from firewall, you have enabled that inbound and outbound rule for any specific port. So in order to do this, you can go to the firewall on your window, firewall changes, and you can click on advanced setting. And here there are two rules you need to set, inbound rule and outbound rule. So I will just show you how I set the rule for inbound. You click on new rule here, and then you click on port. Like you click on next, you put the port, say any port of your choice. I am putting 222 four times next, and you allow the connection next, and you can save this next, for example. So I already done it. You can put any name of your choice, and once this is done, for inbound rule and outbound rule, that means it will allow the traffic for that target port, whichever you are using. You may again go to your Unix terminal, you can just restart it. Then CLion now. Once you are back in CLion, go to the file settings, and you can click on toolchain and you click on the plus button, click on WSL, and we can select the configuration now. So I put localhost, username and the password. You select the authentication type as a password. You have to put port of your choice. I put 222 here, and then click on test connection. So I'm able to successfully connect. I will click on OK here, and once I click on OK, so you see this connection works. And now what it's complaining is there is no CMake and C++ compiler because I have not installed it. So I will do it now. apt to, and I'm installing the latest version of CMake now. If we come back here now, if you see that it's already detected that the new version of CMake is ready. Now